Hi, I'm Alex Tripod.
And I'm Kelly Bowen.
And we're back again. We regularly do a reflection process where we, 1, celebrate our growth. We, 2, assess what did work and what needs attention. And 3, we recalibrate to where we're headed and how we're going to close the gaps. And this time, we've done it with an entire overview of this past year. And we'd love to share with you the top 4 challenges that we've overcome in business that have allowed us to experience more time and money freedom, do what we love at least 80% of the time, and explore aspects of ourselves that have always been there, but we haven't necessarily had the time or space or the money to explore these aspects of ourselves up until now. Create greater impact with our soulmate clients, allowed us to impact those who have never or may never be a client but needed to hear the message as well, allowed us to create opportunity for others to live their dreams, and only work with people that sets our souls on fire.
And please keep in mind that we both have really different businesses and they've both exploded this year, yet these lessons were universal for both of us. So let's get into it. What have been our 4 biggest lessons for this past year? Number 1, raise your standards. You see, you get beyond that which you say no to, meaning we had to get really clear on who we were calling in to our businesses to work with, i.e. who are our soulmate clients, who is a pleasure to work with, and who do we love getting on the phone with and chatting with them.
Yeah, full transparency, it was only a year ago for me that I was still attracting people that wanted me to save them, or thought that my thing was going to be the magical thing that fixed all of their problems, which meant for them that they thought that they didn't have to do anything. And I ignorantly assumed that everyone was like me and they implement. And if I just simply gave them a step-by-step process of how I created this life, this success, that they would do it too and show up for themselves. What I didn't realize was the unconscious roles that we play, and this has now become a huge, big piece of what I teach in all of my programs. Because until you resign from these roles, trying to create something that is more than 10% outside of your conditioning feels like death to the unconscious mind. So I went from attracting in magic pill chasers and the dreamers and the comfortable and the lazy and the distracted and the victims to epic leaders and game changers that were hungry and capable of implementing. And the profound thing that I actually noticed was when this shifted for me within myself, it also started shifting with my clients and their businesses. And there was sort of like a ripple on effect because they were experiencing the same challenges I was.
And for me, with the brokerage, I had to get really clear on who the leaders were that I wanted to be aligning with. And because I was finding myself spending so much time onboarding people for accounts and they just weren't producing results, it wasn't until I did this work that things really radically started shifting.
Let's go into number 2. Number 2, delegate to elevate. Meaning, right now you feel like it's all on you to get the result, meaning no me, no result. What we mean by this is if I had my hustle on, killed it that month. But if I dare take my foot off the gas, the whole thing falls apart. Who hears me with this, right? Sure. Now there's 2 parts to this. 1 was needing to embrace that I delegate to elevate, and 2 was releasing control.
Yeah, and for me, this was huge. Delegate to elevate meant I had to hire 2 people and I had to train them to run the business and position them in a way that I can focus my energy on growing the business instead of the day-to-day running. It's the part that I love, working with the leaders I really back and support. And the easiest way, if you are needing to start this project, is to write a list of all the stuff that needs to happen for you to thrive in your business, and then circle a list around the stuff that makes your heart sing when you do it. And this is where you need to focus 80% of your attention. This is what makes your heart sing. This is what makes you thrive. And everything that doesn't have a circle around it, as soon as you can, get rid of that shit.
Now, this doesn't always mean go and immediately hire someone. Sometimes it means find a software program that can do it for you, e.g. landing pages, ClickFunnels, lead magnets, active campaign, cheap mail, add espresso, bots, live lead, Typeforms. You get the gist. And if some of this right now sounds a little bit Japanese to you, that's totally okay. what we're trying to communicate here is start thinking in a way of how can I streamline my activities, or how can I call in help or a system that loves doing what I don't, so I can stay focused on what I'm great at. Let's go into number three. Number three, releasing control. And more importantly, embracing the belief that I receive as easy as I breathe. This lesson was all about us understanding that we are totally worthy just as we are. And for me, this was believing in the value that I gave and really trusting that I built enough trust over the years and goodwill in the marketplace that people believe what I believe, and the right people will come. They will feel called on a deep soul level to come to me, because up until then it was manufactured growth. What I mean by manufactured growth was, I've got to go live once a week. I've got to post every day. I've got to launch new marketing campaigns. I can't use something from the past because they've already seen it. It's got to be new. It's got to be fresh. Shit. Leads are drying up. Solution, do, all over myself. More posts, more lives, more campaigns. Where this shifted was when I embraced lesson number one. I decided who I wanted to work with, and I spoke directly to this person. And what I'm about to teach you as well, which is I receive as easy as I breathe. Breathe in abundance, clients, money, inspiration, ideas, time freedom, quality leads, and breathe out the value that you give to your tribe and your marketplace, and see them bathing in it and loving it, and repeat it as often as necessary.
And for me, my lesson here was really learning people aren't buying me, they're buying what I stand for. And as long as the people I hire believe what I believe and have that deep desire to make a difference in the world, I don't have to process the finance myself. I can have a team who does that for me, because people aren't buying what we do, they buy why we're doing it. They're trusting us to take them through this process because of what we stand for. Which brings me to number four. So, number four, drum roll, surrender to your soul. Now,
what am I
let's talk about what this really means, because I see people get this wrong. So I want to be really clear, and we're going to start with what this doesn't mean. What it doesn't mean is sit and meditate on your navel and hope the magic answer is going to appear, because it doesn't work like that. No. It also doesn't mean look for a sign before you make a decision. It doesn't mean magically hope it's all going to fix itself, and it certainly does not mean stick your head in the sand and hope for the best and it'll disappear. What it does mean is developing a relationship with your non-physical self. Now, what do I mean by this? Your soul, your higher self, your higher consciousness, the part of you that's eternal and never dies. And it's the part of you that's always whispers that little bit of love, or that little bit of inspiration, that nudge that you know is coming from a higher place. Because when you do this, it allows you to surrender to a higher wisdom, a guidance that will lead you to your most joyful experience and truest path. Because when you listen to this, it then allows you to create the time, the space, and the money to explore the aspects of yourself that have always been there. You just haven't had the opportunity to birth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Developing this surrender muscle has allowed me to leave my 9-to-5 job, become an international speaker, a best-selling author, create a successful 7-figure business, travel all around the world on a whim, attract my soulmate partner and clients, and more specifically this year, what it's allowed to birth out of me is my desire to make conscious rap music that awakens the masses and start a movement and collaborate with other epic leaders that are on the same path. I've always said I should be a rapper, or at least, at the very least, a backup dancer, and Shazam, now I get to do both. Don't get me wrong, I'm not positioning myself as a rapper here. I'm always going to be a manifestation and business coach. However, following these intuitive nudges has allowed me to create the Love Wins concert, where I'm collaborating with some epic leaders, and Johnny Sonic from the Pop Bellies, who's producing the entire show and has been helping me co-write and produce my songs. My mind still boggles.
Look, and for me, having this relationship with my soul, my non-physical self, has taken me down paths I never could have imagined. Like, I now own a multiple 6-figure finance brokerage that works without me having to be in it, but where I started is just insane. and, you know, it brought me into the arms of the love of my life. And recently this year, it's had me speaking on stage in front of hundreds of people and speaking about what I love. And next year, I'm emceeing the Love Wins concert, and I'm working with profound leaders and game changers that are creating a world that's a better place for us all to live in. And if I didn't trust this, and if I did what I should have done, I'd still be working that boring 9 to 5 years ago, feeling like there was some part of me dying a slow death. And I'm not gonna lie, this guidance, when it comes through, can quite frankly sound batshit crazy. But the more you can continue to develop that relationship and build that muscle, the better and easier the journey gets. Life gets more delicious.
It does. And we're honestly at a stage here where it's not a when we get there, then we will. It's a realization of, wow, life is perfect now. It's all happening here and now. And coming from 2 ex-hustlers, that's huge. And we want you to know that we're not special. And regardless of what stage on the journey you're at, these are relevant for you. So these have been our biggest shifts, and we just want to leave you with one final thought, and that is our success and fulfillment principle. Invest in yourself. Invest in your education, invest in your ideas, invest in your growth, back yourself. You are worth it. And if you keep going, it's not if you'll get there, it's a matter of when.
We love you.
And remember, living exceptionally is a status quo. P.S. We'd love to know what's been your biggest learning of the last year. Feel free to drop it in the comments below. Let's share the higher ideas so we can all rise together. Mwah. Peace out.